Okay, this is a quick little layout update. The White Mountain Railroad that I have here is built in a 25 by 60, I believe, basement, and it does go on to the other side of the wall right here. We're just going to do a quick tour of the main spots, so don't mind the camera shake. I'll try my best to keep it still. Everything starts right here. I use JMRI to control this Digitrax Zephyr Express DCS 52 right here. Under here, under this mountainside, this is Maine, just the entire state of Maine. This railroad is the staging for the entire state of Maine. My railroad goes between Maine and Pennsylvania. It's completely fictional, and it's in the White Mountain range. Not exactly realistic, but I try my best. So when the trains come out of Maine staging here, the first thing they'll pass by is Copeland, which will be a small industry town. This is not service via that southbound Maine train. This is serviced via the yard, which I'll show in a little bit. But I already have some of the other industries I got to build, so I just leave them here until I get them done. Nothing simple, just a small little spur track with a dedicated switcher that stays here. So it comes out of Maine right there, the tunnel. This is southbound, and it goes under this bridge right here. The bridge goes to Sandy River. I'll show that in a moment. But the turn goes around right here, and it goes parallel with this inclined route up to Sandy River to a siding right there. Now from the siding, it'll come up around the turn right here, across the bridge, kind of a cliffside. Sandy River is a resort town, so it's very limited to the size of train that it can service. And it comes into Sandy River Station right here with some shops. This will all be kind of like a riverside boardwalk kind of resort town with a lot of camping and housing. Little industry spur right here to service the shops. So here's the south view on the southbound coming out of Maine right here. Big turn. It follows parallel along the Sandy River incline, which is about 3 to 5 degree incline. There's a siding right here, and I left room for maybe a rip track or possible industry of some sort. Not an interchange or anything, just a siding. Here's the front side of the main staging. So the mountain is a scene divider between everything else. This mountain range right here will be built up more, so you don't see the southbound track from the other side of the track. We go through a small tunnel, another scene divider right here. This is the town of Baker's Meadow. I chose Baker's Meadow because there's going to be a lot of co-op farm industry, farm supply, grain mills, things like that. And this town is technically on the suburbs of a main town, which around the corner will be our yard right here. But we'll get to that in a minute. For right now, it's just a simple little spur line that's serviced by southbound trains, but we'll change that to a runaround type track so north and southbound trains can service it. But right now, a local switcher or road switcher will service this and just take it around the corner here. We're going to add another tunnel right here, but this is Big Valley, and this is Big Valley Yard right here. So I have a main line that runs straight through over to the southbound tracks, and I have an arrival departure track right here with a runaround, some auxiliary tracks near the roundhouse, and then I have my staging, well, not my staging, just a normal yard for storage, and then I have my yard lead come out. So this is a interchange type yard right here, but there are a few trains that run through. I left room right here to have an expansion go in to the other side of this wall right here. But that'll be really far in the future. So I'm going to run around back this way to give the other part of the tour. Boy, I try my best to keep the camera still. But it's a big camera, it's heavy. Okay, so here's the south side of the view of the same yard. Still working on a few of the models. Everything is wired up. Atlas turntable with the motor. So very affordable turntable if you need one. I think it's $25 for the turntable and $20 for the motor. And I just have that hooked up to a Kato power pack. Kind of noisy being so affordable, but you know, it is what it is. It works. So I come down this track right here. This is where the grade starts. Maybe a 2 to 3% grade all the way down to the next town. I have a scene divider from the coal mine that separates that back track, so it feels like two different scenes. Runs through the wall on the right side, comes back through on the left side. The newest part of my layout right here. That's that grade that's still coming down. Still a 2 to 3% grade the entire way. Here's the town of Mustang Creek. This is where it starts. A lot of logging, small industry, lumber. This bottom track right here, this is Pennsylvania. This is a staging off layout track. So about right here there will be a tunnel and a scene divider that separates this track from that track, just like over at Maine. And the side will be open so I can pull the cars out and store them as I need. But Mustang Creek comes over here. This will all be a town. Scene dividers everywhere. Houses, maybe an industry. Comes back through right here to Apex Mine, which is about 2 to 3 miles on the outskirts of Mustang Creek. The creek will actually be cut out here and still run from the base of the creek when you see in the other side, and it'll come over here too. So it's all connected. But got some coal storage, and then I have 2 siding tracks here, which are for big deliveries to the towns or extra coal storage if it needs until it gets shipped out. So this siding is an extra storage for the town because this is technically all connected here. And that's the layout. Very short, simple, sweet. I tried to film this a few times, but I didn't like how some of the angles of the camera came out and some of the trains derailed, and I'm just like, wow, need to work on some stuff still. It's a work in progress. I needed somewhere to start, and I thought this was the perfect time. I started the layout in October 2019. So a lot's happened since then. I should have recorded it when I first started, but I didn't. I just didn't think I'd be doing YouTube, but I love it. So whenever there's a big update change or something like that, we'll make the layout update a series, so you can see this layout grow and develop as time goes by. Well, I'm the guy, and that was my layout. Any comments? Any tips on how I should set things up? If something doesn't seem right, remember, it's all completely fictional. I want it to feel realistic, like it's an actual place that was just built within the last 50 years. I try my best, and I'm pretty happy with it. But there are some there is some room for some upgrades and modifications still. So if you have any opinions, comments, anything like that, go ahead and leave them in the description down below, and I'll see you next time.